Feels good to live in America.
Living in America.
I love living in America.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Just in the room, just.
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh man, I want to go out to a range now.
Me too, dude. I would love to go out to the fucking range, bro.
I remember, what was it? It had to have been last summer or fall. I went to my sister's house, and my brother-in-law, he has like 3 guns. He let me fucking shoot them. I forget what the ARs were though. I think it was an AR-15.
Alright,
Probably.
We just shot him in the backyard.
Alright, hey, sorry, I got a show to start, guys.
Bye.
Hey, welcome to the Keith Bulka Show! Yeah, that whole beginning when it said stream starting, it could still hear us. So everything we were saying there, everybody could still hear. So that was Matt's story. I guess we'll let him finish in a minute here. So new thing I want to do with the Keith Bulka Show. We're revamping the Keith Bulka Show again. We're going back to old traditions because I think that was where we really got our start. So another thing I'm adding is opening comments. Which, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not, right? So tonight's opening comments are... What's up?
Damn.
Go.
Those alien bastards gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
Hey, buddy. Hey, up there. I started with my opening comments. Why would you take that away? You know what? Never mind. We're gonna go on. That was Kit's opening comments. My opening comments are big up.
Wait, I'm not done with my opening comment.
Then guess what? You can restart yours because now I'm just gonna mute you. I'm just gonna take. Kit's gone now. Sorry, everyone. I don't know what happened to him. He just left the stream. Oh, jeez. All right.
Oh jeez. Oh gosh.
My opening comments are big ups to Liquid Richard. Kit, what are your opening comments?
My opening comments are that if you post in the comments section what game that was from and the character, I will donate $10 to this stream.
Why don't you do it one more time for everyone?
Damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride.
There you go. And we're going up to Matt.
Slime in the back of your throat when you're starting to choke. It's because of the
Slime. There you go. All right, so we're just going to shoot on into our first topic here, which is it's a good one. We all thought it was a really good title. We're going to start off with Matt, which you could probably already tell what maybe we're going to be talking about here in a second. Matt, if you could replay a game without, delete your memory of having knowledge of this game, what game would you replay and why?
I definitely think it would have to be Skyrim, dude. If I consider like the past and what game I've gone back to the most and had the most replayability and was totally worth it for the dollar amount, if I could wipe my memory of Skyrim at all, I would go back, play it all.
So what are the big features that would blow your mind again, you think, or the things that blew your mind that?
Definitely the dragons. I remember seeing that for the first time and having the dragons in there and just being like, holy shit, like, look, this giant monster that's in this game. And it was so good, like, from seeing, like, going from Oblivion to Skyrim and seeing dragons, like...
And that change in the graphic system as well.
Yeah.
Because we really hit a point with Skyrim where we were like, damn, this is real, man. This looks real. As to where Oblivion before looked real. You know what I mean? Oblivion, when Oblivion came out, it looked real. You'd sit there, you're like, you can pick shit up? You know what I mean?
Dude, I remember the first time I saw a reflection like in water in a video.
Yeah.
I was like, this is real.
And then it goes to Skyrim, which is like Fallout 3 to Fallout 4, for anybody who's never played those games and only stuck with Fallout. It was insane. Of course, it comes with its own problems, which... because I don't want this to be all a sunny walk. We also got to talk about some of the bad things that you would have to experience with the game. You know what I'm saying? And Matt, what do you think were the worst things you could experience with Skyrim?
Getting hit by a giant and flying through the sky. Okay. That was a bug that's always been there. This is always it's hilarious, but like also frustrating.
What about any bugs in this game?
Yeah.
Is it a
So
Bethesda
many
game?
mods.
He almost said it's Skyrim. That's how much it was known for it. Which also, anybody watching right now, listening, please comment and tell me, what game would you replay without any memory? You know, if you could wipe your memory and replay a game all over again for the first time. I see you out there, Vincent Valeur, Stephanie Reed, and Joshua Tyna. Thanks for watching. Yeah, and anybody on any other platform night right now watching, like I said, what game would you play? What game captured your heart and fucking just ran with it? So with Skyrim, what edition of Skyrim do you think you would play? Would it be the base one? Or would you like...
Well, how many variations of Skyrim are there? Because I know there's like...
there's too many. There's too many.
What, even Siri has like a... You can talk through...
Yes.
Skyrim or something?
Yeah.
Wild like that.
Alexa, play Skyrim. Everybody's house now is playing Skyrim. You know what I mean?
You're being surrounded by 3 goblins. What do you do?
Another thing we should talk about...
Just kidding, there's not goblins in Skyrim. You should fucking know that.
Another thing we should talk about... Isn't there goblins in Skyrim? Oh wait, no, there's a Creation Quest club where they come from Oblivion. I'm not Oblivion, from fucking Tamriel. Look at me sounding like a fucking... They come from...
Who do you think you are?
Hey, guys, I love the game set in the Elder Scrolls. I love that. Also, music. How is the music to you?
Very, like, enchanting, I guess you could say.
Is it memorable?
Very peaceful at times. I don't like battle music though. I never really was down with battle music.
If it was played right now, if we played Skyrim music, could you pick out that it was Skyrim music?
Probably.
I think that's a...
I would say I'm 95% sure.
I think that's
like Skyrim or like Lord of the Rings or something.
Well, I think if you can play a game and then, like, let's say, how long has it been since you played Skyrim?
Sometime at the end of last year, I played for like a week or so.
So like a year, right?
Sure.
So it's been
more like 4 or 5 months.
4 or 5 months. There you go. So 4 or 5 months since you played it. You know what I mean? If you can still remember what songs are from that game, I think that's a good soundtrack to me. It does its job of doing its job in that sense.
But I just played it a lot. I mean,
true. Like in my mind, I can think of the
that's Pirates of the fucking Caribbean.
No, that's the fucking Dovakin. Is that what how it goes?
I thought it was Foster O'Da.
Now part of me is like, did Skyrim rip off Pirates of the Caribbean music and just play it differently slightly? Because that's definitely Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's at the same time.
Dude, it is. It's like the same intro.
In the comments right now, did Skyrim rip off Pirates of the Caribbean? I really want to know your thoughts. So overall, you would replay Skyrim because mind-blowing graphics, fucking just great storyline in general. You'd hate the fucking trolls. Fuck the trolls. Fuck them trolls.
I would hate. I'm very indecisive when it comes to building a character in a game like that. There'd be a lot of like redoing it, just like there was for the first time.
And the soundtrack was whatever. I don't give a fuck. So let's go on to Kit here. Kit.
This is the which go ahead. Sorry.
What video game would you play without prior knowledge? I mean, without any knowledge of it. You can wipe your mind and go back and play it.
Like how old I am right now?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It would have to be the original Doom. Like 100% the original Doom. I think that game, for me, like certain parts of playing that game were like 9/11 for most Americans. Like it's that you remember exactly where you were when you were playing it when it happened.
That's a crazy fucking way to say it. First off,
right? But it's
hey, listen,
true,
I get it. That sense of shock and awe. I think you're trying to say there, but
shock and awe.
Two totally different spectrums. You know what I mean?
Monumental of a right. One is
it was a good shock and awe. Let me lead you through this. Okay. So we'll start with the good. What would blow your mind about playing the original Doom again?
How perilous you felt, and how you always felt backed into a corner, and you felt claustrophobic, and like just this overwhelming kind of sense of impending doom, like you're gonna die.
Doom.
No pun intended. Right, exactly. It's just there's always a chance that you're gonna just fucking just get blown to smithereens by a cyber demon or eaten by a pinky demon. You know, it's just this
favorite weapon.
Favorite weapon in the original Doom, probably the shotgun. The sound of it, just the shooting sound, and then the animations are just absolutely timeless. I think there's nothing better than pumping a demon full of lead. Right.
It's spread.
A shotgun. You get that 4 pellet spread, just the 4, and you can kind of manipulate it too, and you can line people up with it. But I always thought, can you pull up a picture of the shotgun from Doom? Because I always thought there was this black thing towards the back of the shotgun, and I always thought it was like a thing where you put the shells, but it wasn't until I was about 21 years old that I realized it was like the rear sight of the shotgun. But
yeah,
you see.
I think I got it up here. Hold on, let me see. Fuck. I suck at doing this.
I just remembered I have a tablet and I could be using this on the side.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know how to...
Trying to find it.
I always thought it was like an opening in the top where you put the shells, you know? And
yeah, see it right there. See.
Right. But yeah, favorite weapon right there. That's it.
Boom. All right. What wouldn't you be excited for, or what do you think would disappoint you or piss you off about replaying Doom?
There were just some levels that I was not too excited about. But I don't really. That's just nitpicking. I don't think I have a single complaint about that game.
Gonna go in with the gold star.
It's so simple of a design. It's just ray tracing. You trace out rays, and if your view is along that thing, it draws the line.
Right.
It's just very simple, foolproof. The concept is simple, and it kind of goes along with, like, when my dad, at least when he talks to me about how to do paintings and art, he always says less is more. And Doom, it's a super simple game. Is that like the super shotgun? Like it's got like 30 barrels or something?
It just says heavy breathing.
It's a fucking shotgun. So, to sum up this one here, you would like everything about the fucking game. There's not a single aspect that wouldn't blow your mind.
Right. My brother and I played it.
Mainly the impending sense of doom, which is why it's appropriately named Doom, is the big pull for it. The bad is nothing. There's no fucking bad thing about the game. It's just a nitpick if there is something bad about it. If you had to choose a favorite weapon, it'd be the shotgun because it, quote unquote, slaps.
Yes, it does slap.
And in an overall view, they took what they could and just made a masterpiece out of it.
Right, but I think they got really lucky. It was like the turn of technology. It was like one of those turning points.
Well, I mean,
and you have wonderful minds like Romero and Carmack.
Okay, real quick.
Designed this engine, you know.
Real quick, let's go through the three of us right now. Team Carmack, Team Romero. Start with Kip.
Team Romero.
Team Carmack.
I don't know the difference.
They're both Johns. Just pick one.
Romero?
You son of a bitch. I hope you're glad John Romero made you his bitch.
Well, see, John Romero.
John Romero's about to make you his bitch.
Romero just flows so. Look at Romero.
Oh, hey, can I talk about this cover art that we have up there real quick?
Yeah, do it real quick, and then we gotta keep going.
So Don Ivan Punchaz is the illustrator for this, and when id Software approached him about this cover, and my dad told me the story because he knew the illustrator. When he was contacted by id, they said you could either take a lump sum payment right now of, like, I don't know, it was like $5,000, and back then it was quite a bit of money, or you could take like royalties and a share of like how many copies sold. No, he took the lump sum, thinking the game wasn't going to do very well, and it sold, I don't know, millions of copies.
That hurts.
It's still selling today.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a good game that it's still selling today.
Even the original one, and they're just remastering it and releasing more and more.
And it's so cheap now too that people, it's like a dollar store gift now for people.
Just imagine some old man back in the day with like a few shares of like Apple, and it's never going anywhere.
Well, the thing is too is they released a freeware version of it, a shareware, right? That's what they called it.
Yeah, it's like Free Doom or
yeah, it's the first episode.
Doom or something.
It's the first episode.
Well, no, there was the shareware demo.
All right, so let's go on to.
What about your
yeah? Do you want to do me now? Do you want to be me? Do me? All right. Mine would be Final Fantasy X.
What was your favorite big sword wielding guy?
All right, I'm gonna have to do myself here. What did you like about the game, Keith? Or what would blow your mind replaying this game? Hey, thanks, Keith. That's a good question. I think the things that blew me the most, God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
Trying to do two people here. I think the thing that blew me away the most.
Trying to do two people blowing you the most. Oh, yeah, there you go.
About this was it was the first time I really got into a video game, finished it, and it had a story that was like I would stay up really late just to see what would happen next. You know what I mean? I couldn't rest until I knew what happened with all these characters and everything here. That, and it was also really my first introduction into a JRPG, which, if you know me, I love my JRPGs.
You want to tell the folks what JRPG means?
JRPG means Jackson, god damn it, Japanese role-playing game. And the reason why they're different from WRPGs, or just RPGs here, Western RPGs, is that they usually incorporate some sort of weird-ass turn-based battle system, and they have over-the-top characters, and just weird shit you wouldn't see in normal stuff.
I actually didn't know that, so thanks for explaining that.
Yeah, you're good. A lot of Western RPGs have tried to, in some way, copy that, but it generally goes like this. If it's a Western game, and they're using turn-based battle systems and stuff like that, I'm usually afraid. I'm usually like... But if they're doing something that's like a live battle, kind of, like a hack and slash, or some sort of variant of shit like that, I'm like, alright, I'm excited. I'm pumped. If any of their games go to turn-based, I get pumped. Like Yakuza. Yakuza's coming out with the 7th one, or it's not really Yakuza 7, it's called Yakuza Like a Dragon. But it was an action RPG game to begin with, so you ran around and beat the shit out of people. It's now going to a turn-based RPG thing, where your social status is your class that you use for the RPG. It's really fucking cool. I really think the ideas are going to be cool. Like, if one guy's homeless, and he can do a bunch of fireball techniques because he drinks a lot of alcohol and just lives in the street. So he can, do flamethrowers and shit. You know what I mean? It's tight. So I really get excited when the Japanese people do turn-based, and I really get excited when Western companies do open-world games. I think that's the best way to describe it. What would you hate about the game, Keith? What would you not be excited for? The difficulty spikes. Some boss battles make you want to pull your fucking hair out. I'm talking to you, Seymour. Seymour's a dickhole. But you can get a Game Shark and get Seymour in your party at all times. So that's kind of tight. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
I remember Game Sharks.
Oh yeah, dude.
And then
Damn, bro.
It's like a cartridge for your cartridge.
And then to sum it up here, or who's your favorite character, Keith? If you had to pick a favorite character, my favorite character was the main character because I loved that he got ripped out of his time and everything got.
Is that on the cover right there?
Yeah. Titus. Titus is his name.
Titus.
So, all that playing together. The only other thing I think that would blow my mind, too, is this is the first game I played that had so much optional stuff for you to do. You didn't need to do it. And a lot of it was kind of obscurely hidden away. So, going back on GameFAQs or cheatcodecc.com or whatever the fuck it was to find out how to do this shit. It was so fun. Printing off an entire thing, putting it into a binder. Like, this is the Final Fantasy X binder. I love doing that. So, going into the comments here, because we got a comment by...
Why don't I see these comments?
Because you suck. Caleb Schuyler Reinhardt said Metal Gear Solid. All of them. Which,
wow.
I think all three of us... 0 seconds, Chocobo Race. God damn it, Nick Gettinger. So, in Final Fantasy X, there is this, there's these special weapons you have to get, right? Like, they're the ultimate weapons, and they're fucking insane. And one thing that's really great about them is if you get both of their, like, the stones to power them up, they break your damage limit. So as where you could only do 9 damage, you can go beyond that. You just fuck people up. Which you need to for some of the optional bosses in the international releases.
Damage levels over 9,000.
Yeah, so I believe it is, it's Titus's, you need to get a signal and a crest. And to get his signal or his crest, or maybe even his sword, you need to do this Chocobo race, where if you hit these balloons, your time can go down, right? You have to get a 0 second time on this race. So you have to hit enough balloons to finish the race in 0 fucking seconds. And it's fucking bullshit. But there you were, 3 a.m. Saturday night, fucking whatever the fuck you were. You know what I mean? Trying to beat that shit. Sitting there standing at a chocobo going, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna fucking cook you if you don't do this shit. You know what I mean? You never get to. But thanks so much, Nick. That was a fun little trip there.
Yeah.
I was going on for Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid in itself, if you haven't played Metal Gear Solid, I really think you should.
See, the only Metal Gear I've ever played is Metal Gear on original Nintendo.
Even that is a good one.
Dude, I played
Just
the
the
demo
music.
of the second one for like so many times. Back when you could get those demo discs with like 8 different demos of games.
The Pizza Hut ones?
Maybe?
Yeah,
I forget where I got these.
I think it's Pizza Hut. Dude,
But like,
do you still have it?
great.
That's worth a lot of money. That's the rarest one, dude.
I had the one. What was that one with the? It was like a tank, but he had like a personality. He was like, it was like Cars, but with with this one tank.
Twisted Metal?
No, not Twisted Metal.
Rob Gill says, "Hey guys, hey Rob, how you doing, bud?"
Me too.
Also, my internet got a lot better, so I'm streaming at a higher quality. I hope you guys appreciate that.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God, right? So, Metal Gear Solid.
On the topic of...
Well,
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
Metal Gear Solid in itself is a great action stealth game, I guess you could say, that takes heavily off of cinematic inspiration. Real cinematic approach to everything, and it's great. And it's so great. So, moving on. Next topic. Let's do it.
On the topic of JRPGs, or RPGs in general, if you replace 2 of those letters in RPG to TS, you get RTS. Speaking of RTSs, we have Warcraft 3 and Blizzard.
That was brilliant. So, this real quick, this is going to be, this is one of our other new segments that we've been trying to work
Hey,
out and
nice
stuff.
segue, kid.
That was a great segue, Kit. I was actually, I
That
was in
blew my
trance.
mind.
Yeah, it blew my
I
mind
didn't
too.
know that was happening. I'm like, oh, I guess we're not moving on, and then we moved on.
So, new thing I want to get through it. Kit is actually going to watch the time on this one because we only have a certain amount of time to get this information now. Kit, what did we set it at? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, we'll do 15 minutes.
Okay, so we
We
have...
still have 2 more stories to talk about that, I think.
Yes, so
After.
15-minute investigations is what we're calling it. So, today's investigation. Blizzard is dead? So, there's been a lot of talk, guys, on the internet right now that Blizzard is just getting fucked. And everybody wants to know why.
Why is Blizzard getting fucked?
Yeah, why is it? What's going on with Blizzard? So,
I
know the big thing is Warcraft 3 Remastered came out, right? And it was terrible. It was the worst wait anybody has waited for a game, apparently. Like, it wasn't worth what it was. It wasn't even worth the money. Kit, you said in a Discord you're in, people were like, hey, did you get your fucking...
right, you get your money back? Did you get your refunds?
Yep.
I'm gonna post a website in Skype, and you could probably just open it up, but it's made to look like an official fucking, like, Blizzard
How do I go back to that? Wait, no, I'm. Fuck. Okay. So it's gonna f up real quick, but it should be good after I close it. Oh no, go to call. Okay, exit. There we go. Now everything should be normal again. There we go. It showed the conversation for a second.
One I love this here, this line that I'll read it before you pull it up here. Warcraft 3 Reforged boasts an impressive number of fun and exciting features that were promised before even cut during development. Some of them are still being advertised as of this moment, and it's just like broken promises and cut features, but it looks so official, this website.
So this is like the Fallout First website that we did, right?
Right.
Fallout Fuck You First.
Yeah.
Hey, I can hear me. Broken promises, cut features, campaign overhaul, improved cutscenes, and player choice.
See, that's just how bad this must have been. I played Warcraft 3 way back in the day when Dota 1 was out, but I didn't understand the obsession. Like, I think World of Warcraft just got re-released or something, or remastered, right?
Wow, did you purchase Warcraft 3 on Battle.net? Did you expect to play it in the future? Well, you can, whether you bought it or not. Launching the Battle.net version of Warcraft 3 now sends you to the Reforged launcher. Blizzard is happy to keep the money you paid for Warcraft 3, though. Lackluster improvements. So here we go. Here's
That's mind-blowing, dude.
a quick video.
I love the thing all the way down at the bottom that says, definitely don't complain on social media.
Yeah. And then links to all
That's on the left is what it was supposed to be. And on the right is what they actually did. Dude, that's bad.
That's unreal, dude.
No, Unreal was a game from... Like, this is really bad.
That's like the Ubisoft downgrades thing, like when Ubisoft releases like tech demos for like Watch Dogs and Far Cry 3.
No, that's even worse. This is even worse than that.
Let's just hope that
they literally
Cyberpunk doesn't disappoint us like games have these days, you know?
Dude, they literally took like what looks like an actual new looking RTS, right? And they have now put, and then on the right they're like, let's take Heroes of the Storm's fucking battle engine and just remake it.
Like, so we have a comment here that might be applicable for.
What's up?
For this, there's a Nick Kella. Thanks for popping in the stream here, man. He's a wonderful concealed carry instructor, great weapons trainer, especially in handguns. I've trained by his side personally at a range. He says Blizzard banned that one player of Hearthstone for supporting the Hong Kong protests. I feel like I definitely heard about that.
Yes. Something ended up happening where they tried to like draw it back, I believe, but still doesn't change the fact that they still were they were trying to represent that they're not a company with any political values or views towards anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they banned somebody over a political value or view.
The dude was probably under a contract, and it stated that he couldn't talk about that stuff, and he talked about it. So
a contract through Blizzard, but Blizzard then lied, and in their contract they care about political values or views. You get what I'm saying? They've openly stated they don't care about that stuff, and they just want to make games. But as soon as somebody talks about it.
Right, that is true.
Yeah, there's suddenly a clause they have about it, which is like, just fucking say you care then. And this, this wouldn't have been. Which, last thing in this video, this is now, the last part is the gameplay. Which, dude, it looks so much different.
Hey, this is really relatable to Fallout 76, though, and I'm sure I have not bought it. I don't know if you guys have it all, but
yeah, you don't know if we have
the money,
God damn it. Yeah, we've got it twice, which, by the way, March is when the Wastelanders comes out. And they're going to, apparently, it's going on Steam in March, too, so we have another hope. I'm re-downloading it, baby.
Give up.
I'm going back in.
No one needs this.
That's just crazy how they're releasing so much content just for free because they're desperate to get people to play this fucking game that they just shit out. Maybe they didn't shit it out, but the concept of like multiplayer for a game like Fallout just doesn't work. People play Fallout for the single player aspect and the story and the quests and the meeting things and people and killing creatures and shit.
Let's keep going on. They own your work, custom Mac ownership. Basically, in their terms of services, is a clause that say they own all your custom maps that you make. So they won't let another Dota get away from them.
Wow.
Yep. So besides that, they also had the protests going on. Also, the newest World of Warcraft boss that was put up. What the fuck happened with that? Do you guys remember? It was like for a week you couldn't beat the raid boss after it was implemented, which is like, you'd think a fucking game that has been going on for like 10 years or whatever the fuck it's been going on would know how to do that. You know what I mean? So if that's, if at this part we're going a little nitpicky, but still, if they were doing all this shit right here, but not fucking up literally in these other spots, we could say, hey, at least they're not all getting shit on, but it seems like everybody's getting shit on.
Yep.
Overwatch 2, they're basically trying to make you buy improved graphics and a co-op mode, from my understanding, that Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 have the same multiplayer. So what's the point of that? What's the point of Overwatch 2? And you could say, well, they're just trying to make some more money. Don't they have a fucking multi-million-dollar sports fucking league on this fucking game that they built fucking coliseums for, that they sell shitty shit for?
Coliseums are expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Paper, dog.
Yeah, so
you know how much the electric bill is for this coliseum, man?
Is it worth? Then it's worth my money that you make a whole nother fucking game. Don't make improved visuals and fucking co-op for $60. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Fuck you.
All right, we got about 4 minutes left in this.
All right, cool. Diablo's still good though. Well, their deals with Activision.
We just lost a member.
No.
Oh, so I guess Blizzard owned up to their mistake, unlike other companies who just try to cover it up. And, quote, this is Blizzard talking, we want to give players the option of a refund if they feel Warcraft 3 Reforged does not provide the experience they wanted. So, that's the least they could do, I guess. They're not trying to hide it and cover it up and try to make it better. They just, I guess they messed up and they know it.
Okay, I think I just got onto Activision's statements about. Here it is. It's a patent for a system and method for driving microtransactions in multiplayer games. A system and method is provided that drives microtransaction in multiplayer games. The system may include a microtransaction array matches to influence game-related purchases. For instances, the system may match a more expert marquee player with a junior player to encourage the junior player to make game-related purchases of items used by the marquee player. A junior player may wish to emulate the marquee player by obtaining items or other items used by the marquee player. That's fucking crazy, guys.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, what do you mean? They're like matching you up with players based on your.
So if you're a newer player, right? It'll match you up with somebody who's farther ahead and has more shit to try to encourage you to spend money on the game to get ahead to where they're at.
Wow. That's some manipulation shit.
That is manipulation shit.
That is Activision. That is what they want to do about it. Yeah.
Do the same shit with Call of Duty, man.
So, they're just going down the shitter, dude. Blizzard's just going down the shitter, it seems like.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that that's like a thing to be like they're going down the shitter for necessarily. Because I mean, like every kind of marketing, tries to play on those emotions.
Well, I also think from the games they released before to what they're releasing now, or trying to release now, is different, dude. It's just so much different. It has so much monetary incentive behind it. Where old Diablo, old Warcraft, all those games were just about being fun, good fucking games. And you could say, oh, the climate's changed for gaming, or whatever you could say, but there's companies out there that do release games like that still, or there are new companies that release games and they've gotten big off that, and Blizzard's no fucking excuse. It's just greedy. And they have so many outlets of money coming to them right now that you can't say they need more. World of Warcraft, the Overwatch League, all of that shit. It's just dumb, dude. It's just fucking dumb. Like, Activision did kill that company and all the best workers at that company. I think a lot by saying Blizzard is dead is meaning that the Blizzard that used to make the games that everybody liked is dead. It's now another company. It's not Blizzard anymore to them. So, the last thing I gotta say about this, and then we'll move on, alright? So, right now people are rallying everybody to stop using official Blizzard servers. No more official Blizzard servers on every game. Warcraft, Diablo, they want everybody to move to private servers right now to cut their funding down for being such a fucking bitch.
Wow.
So that's the last thing I'll leave you with. What's the next thing?
The Blizzard, as we know it.
Yeah, Blizzard. Seems like Blizzard is going down a slippery slope, huh?
Speaking about going down slippery slopes, Keith, why don't you tell us about how you almost died?
Well, last night...
Hey, nice segue, kid.
Hey, I fucking set you up for it. So last night, when I got off of work, driving home, bumping gangster rap and shoot my 22. I'm just kidding. Was boasting gangster rap, though. I was coming down this road, and right as I started to go over this hill, I saw cop lights. Police officer lights, I'm sorry. The police lights. And I started to slow down. I was actually going 10 miles under the speed limit, I believe. And as I started to slow down, my car started to just slant a little bit and just still go. And I was like, oh my god, black ice. So then I end up doing 360s in the road and then stop about 3 feet from destroying this cop car. Like at a point I was spinning in a circle, my whole life's going by me, and I'm like, is this it? Is this the end?
I forgot the bit of information where you almost hit a cop car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that.
Guys.
At least you would have had someone to help you out right there,
It was just so crazy. If I didn't hit
He's got a gun!
If I didn't start, grinding onto the curve a little bit, that's really what stopped me. That was the only thing.
How's your car? Is your car fine?
Yeah, my car's fine.
Cool, good. Lucky man.
Yeah. After, the third turn, I was able to kind of get a control of the car again. By going... Yeah, turn. So I was able to start getting it to go straight a little bit, but then it went off to the right a little bit and started to hit the fucking curb, and that's what just, me down a lot.
I've never done that, but that sounds absolutely terrifying.
So I instantly went to the gas station. What's up?
I said it's crazy because, on my way to work, what was it? Yeah, Friday. I didn't have that kind of experience, but I definitely lost control of my car. And, going through the neighborhoods before they got salted. And I just went sideways. No one was around me. It was all good. But, it was just oh, alright.
I love how if nobody's around, it's scary. But if somebody's around, it's embarrassing. That's the best way I can describe it. You know what I mean?
You're shit, I don't want to be scared.
Well, you know what I mean? If nobody's around, you're like, oh shit. If somebody is around, though, you're like, god damn it, come on. No.
Yeah, dude. No. You're looking at the guy right next to you. You're going backwards and he's going forwards. You're
just going sideways. You're like, what, sir? It's a new car. You don't know the sideways cars?
Did you... What? All right. So, after you were spinning out, at any point during that spin out, did you turn down the music? Normally, for me, when things go wrong in a car for whatever reason, and I don't even know what it is, I turn down the music.
I think I turned down the music before I started to stop because I saw the lights.
It's like when you're looking for somebody's...
I wish I would have had the soundtrack going now that I think about it. I wish I would have had fucking, I think it was Little Dicky. I don't think it was really gangster rap. Fucking, how can you sleep? How can you sleep? Just fucking skirting around. But then after I stopped, the officer looked at me because he was already dealing with another crash. That's why he was stopped. And he kind of like did this thumbs up thing to me, like, you know, are we good? Are we good? And I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm good. Sorry, my bad. He goes, that's fine.
Just light up a cigarette right in front of him.
He just, dude, I went to the gas station and bought a pack of cigarettes, and I bought a fucking 40-ounce of beer. I was fucking, you know what I mean? I was like, I have to celebrate. Went home, hugged my father. I was like, I need some human touch. Come here.
Matt, you talking about that reminds me of, like, if you're ever, like, going to somebody's house for the first time, and you're looking for the address, you always turn on the music so you can see better or some shit, you know, like, yeah. I gotta look at the address. Let me turn the music down. Right.
Anything?
Speaking of how many turns you did, how many 360s did you say you do?
3.
Speaking of 3, Half-Life 3. No, I'm just kidding. There's a musical artist out there who has shows of how many hours a piece?
I'll get started on this. Anybody in the comments who has watched Dance Moms, I'm really going to need your help on this one.
What is Dance Moms? I've never heard of this.
So Dance Moms is where a mean old big lady goes, "You'll never make it in this business," to like 6-year-olds that are crying. That's the best way to describe Dance Moms.
Oh, I feel like I've seen this.
And, Carrie, you were 6th in the event. Why don't you go home? Why don't you just pack it up and go home, Carrie? Huh? Carrie, you don't care, Carrie. You don't care about this. You don't care about doing anything, Carrie. Why don't you pack it up and go home? And it's just like a 6-year-old just like standing there like, what? And the mom's like, fuck you. You don't know anything about my child. She's fucking great. And then the mom's like, yeah, she's 6th place. That's not fucking great. That means she sucks. And then
is this one where they wear all the makeup and shit?
Yeah, no. That's where they go to beauty pageants. And still, there she is, and her ballerina just standing there just like, yes, chef. Yes, chef. You know what I mean?
It's raw. It's fucking raw.
It's sad, dude. Dance Moms is sad. Please, anybody who is watching right now on anything, if you've seen Dance Moms, please comment what it's like. What is thing? So there was this girl on there named Jojo Swiga, or whatever the fuck her name is.
Jojo?
How old is she now? I think she's like 17 or something like that.
When was this?
What's that last name?
Swiga? I don't know. Let's see. Jojo Swa Siwa. Swa. So her name is Joannie Swa. Which, by the way, before we go on anything, hey, dude, I think she's really cool with what she does. Like the dancing, the singing, all that stuff. I think it's cool. You can make money off of it. You can do all of that. I think it's cool. Support Jojo Swa if you guys have daughters that like this kind of shit. She seems like a cool person. She doesn't seem like a Danielle Bergetti or whatever. She was born in 2003. So she'd be 17 this year, right?
Yeah, she'd be 16 now.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So, the weird thing here is, how do I contact Jojo Swa?
With my over
Twitter
with
DM.
my nephew, I've seen this. He's like watching cartoons and stuff. Yeah, I've seen this chick on like.
Yeah, on Nickelodeon. She's with Nickelodeon, I believe. So,
I like that question. People also ask, how much is Jojo Siwa worth?
How much is she worth?
25.
What time does a JoJo concert end? What are JoJo songs called? Is there an opening act for JoJo?
Will this ever end?
So, basically, I walked downstairs, and my dad was watching Teen Nick or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He was playing darts. and Jojo Swa was on. Which I know I'm fucking that name up. I'm sorry, Jojo. Why don't you come on my show and we can set the record straight?
I like how in the title of the Keith Bulka show you spelled her name wrong.
Yeah. I don't think Jojo would ever do a show like this.
Bro, I got some random facts pulled up about her.
Which, I don't know how deep I want to go into talking about this 16-year-old girl. I just want to go to the weird part. So, I saw one of her songs called Worldwide Party. And I don't know why. I looked her up for some reason. You know what I mean? Because I was like, who is this? What's going on? Because I thought I saw her before. And I saw this thing under the fucking questions. It says, how long does a concert last for Jojo Swa? Or Siwa. Siwa, that's what it is. I finally clicked for me. Siwa. Jojo Siwa. Swa! Last up to 3 hours. A 3 fucking hour concert. With 20 songs. Which would have to make them 9 minutes long each.
There's gotta be some sort of, like, intro, like a, what do they call it? Like when plays take a break halfway.
Is
like
there a fucking halftime show?
Yeah. A halftime and then a fucking just outro, a finale of sorts. I don't know.
So she was
Justin Timberlake.
So she was in Dance Moms. So then I figured out she was in Dance Moms. So I looked at a few clips from Dance Moms again because it's a great show. Or this is a much younger JoJo. And it's really sad. I don't want to show these clips because they're just like girls crying as this lady's like, I'm gonna eat you! I'm gonna grind your bones! And you're like, Jesus. So the one thing I do want to show though, last thing I wanted to show about Jojo Siwa. I don't know why the fuck I keep on forgetting that pronunciation.
Keep saying swag.
You're right. She has a 7-Eleven in her house. So here.
I'm so excited! I am going back.
You can tell everything's written now for her. You can tell a team of white, probably Jewish. I believe those are still big writers in Hollywood a lot.
Oh my god, this intro is just...
Yeah.
It's a little bit behind on the stream, but what's with the fucking, like, GoPro fisheye, like, wide-angle lens, dude? It's just scary, man.
Okay, hold on a second. Where is it at? I'm gonna try to stop it on it. She looks a little scary in this screenshot. Hold on, when it gets up to it, here in the stream, I know it'll take like 3 seconds. Right there. If you guys are looking at the stream right now, you can see it. She looks really scary in this picture. Like, I think she would scare kids. Like, you guys see what I'm seeing?
Katy Perry meets David Bowie meets a fucking 12-year-old.
Meets some sort of like cannibal. It's a scary looking look. Jeez. Alright, so let's go to the 7-Eleven part. I have not seen the 7-Eleven in her house yet, so I don't really know.
It's absurd. Like, what's one thing that I really want in your house? I would love like a good clawfoot bathtub.
So she's got mannequins with I believe what she wore on stage before. She's explaining it. You don't really need to know that. We need to know the 7-Eleven, Jojo Siwa. I want to see the 7-Eleven. All right, well, she's going over to what? Like a bar, but it's full of candy. You know what I mean? Because she's a kid, and her dad probably has an alcohol problem, and she makes the money now, so she gets to pick what goes where. Look at that. You got a nacho machine.
You know, her dad asked her.
A pizza machine, 2 nacho machines, some slushy shit.
I'm really curious because apparently this chick has written several books. That's the 5 things that I saw that you didn't know about this. Like,
no, jeez.
I'm really curious to see
she has
how
a writing
these books
thing.
Are.
So wait, okay, so she has her own drink or whatever, and because they probably paid her the advertising money to put this in this video. There's like 1,000 of them right there. She's like, I always drink toy ooached fucking fruit punch. It's the best. But like I said though, as it goes for an influence to young people as a whole, I think I'd let my son watch this or whatever. You know what I mean? I'd be safe knowing that she wouldn't randomly just like be like, and now we're gonna learn about diversity in the 1950s historically accurately, and you're like, ooh, Jojo, I don't know if that's a good topic for little kids. I think you should wait till they're a little older for that stuff, bud. You know what I mean? She'd be like, oh, Jojo, are you hiding in there? I don't know if I let my kid watch this now. Jojo,
Now
what
we're
are you
gonna talk
doing?
about how my mom and dad have a terrible relationship, and then I'm gonna buzz my hair off about it.
Yeah, where are JoJo's?
Oh, no. Okay,
Yeah,
Jojo's a
okay.
magician. That was a joke. It was a good, funny joke. She's teaching the kids that you can hide in cabinets and appear somewhere else. Jojo, where's the 7-Eleven at? Sorry, I didn't mean to swear at you.
Someone
Jojo.
just lock her in there and just let her starve to death.
Hold on, is that her shoe place? I don't know what this is. It's just storage.
What just happened? They just video edit that so she appeared in the next thing?
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what the hell that
I
is.
just want to go to the 7-Eleven. Oh, here's her kitchen.
Yeah, skip to that 7
You know she doesn't cook any of this shit. She has people do this for her.
Well, yeah, you gotta have a kitchen to do it, though. Oh, look.
It's not like she's using it.
So Coca-Cola paid her some advertising. She's got an arcade claw in here. This is insane.
Just spends her dollar bills in there. It's like a
Right?
piggy bank.
Oh, it's probably got some device rigged in it to where you can just hit a button and it does it. Where's your 7-Eleven, Jojo?
Maybe her whole house is supposed to be a 7-Eleven.
Right? Because I don't
Just as
I don't see it in here.
guys coming in.
I
Yeah,
don't-
can I get a carton of Marlboro Reds?
God damn
I
it.
need to see your ID. It's in my house!
Yeah, I don't see the 7-Eleven here. God bless it.
Oh,
So where is it?
Live?
See inside Jojo's insane new house with its own 7-Eleven.
to the end maybe? Towards the end.
Maybe this is her old house.
Alright, here we go. No, this is the same video. Is this the 7-Eleven? Is she like talking about a closed 7-Eleven?
That's wild. Like,
Or is it this? Is
Uh,
this
read-
the 7-Eleven?
Read the article.
would you really
What
need a
does the article
7-Eleven
say?
in your house? I've thought, I'm sure we've all thought about the ridiculous things that you'd buy if you had the money to, and I've never thought 7-Eleven in my house. Like, I would just go there with a really expensive car,
Right.
because that's probably going to be...
Or you just buy the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and then at that point, it's like, I'm going to hire a delivery guy at 7-Eleven.
Alright,
Right.
here we
I would
have
never
her
have something
her
as tacky
room
as the
tour.
gas station in my house.
Maybe her room tour has the 7-Eleven. No, does not look like any 7-Eleven is in this room.
Maybe in the last 24 hours, 7-Eleven has really turned it around and what looks like a house now. And we just don't know. We're just out of the
Or
loop.
7-Eleven is just like, hey, can you please say something good about us on your house tour?
Alright, where's the 7-Eleven at? Jojo Siwa.
It's a lie.
It is.
Just like Dance Moms.
Hold on. Images.
I never saw moms dancing yet.
There is no 7-Eleven in there. What are you talking about? The candy bar? Oh, they're talking... Okay. They're talking about when we saw the nacho machines and all that. That's not a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, right.
Man.
Clickbait.
Clickbait. So...
Man, speaking of clickbait, you want to get into closing comments?
Yeah, last thing I want to say. Jojo Siwa, I don't blame you. I blame the internet and reporters. Just fuck reporters in general. Kill every journalist you meet. Behead them. If they have diabetes, inject sugar into them.
Take their insulin, raise the price.
Yeah. If they don't like small spaces, compact them. Just really make sure they lose all life. Going into the closing comments here. It got really dark and quiet at the end there. Let's shoot it over to Matt. Matt, what are your closing comments?
Yeah, I just think it's crazy that in this day and age, a lot of these AAA gaming companies are just turning to shit. It's really weird. I wonder if it was like it's always been like that. You know, we're just becoming more aware of that kind of stuff. Yeah, hopefully CD Projekt Red doesn't become that.
Hopefully.
Yeah, fuck Siwa not having a 7-Eleven in her home because I was really hyped to see that for a
That's
second.
some fucking clickbait shit right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's not her
Something like
fault.
that.
It's not her fault.
Yeah, of course not. Sort of.
Yes, yes.
And you know, in the future, if there's machines that can erase my memory for certain things, I'm definitely fucking testing it with Skyrim.
Reverse Total Recall.
Yep.
Which is a new movie that me and Matt are writing. We're calling it Reverse Total Recall. Kit, closing commentos.
Yeah, damn, those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting on my ride.
If anybody can comment and guess what game that's from, Kit will donate $10. And the character, which, never mind. Kit, closing anything else?
No.
Alright, my closing comments. Let's see, right from the beginning. JRPGs are good. You guys are just fucking mean. What else we talking about? Activision is now Blizzard. Blizzard is now Activision, whatever you want to say. They're the same fucking thing. Fuck those guys. 3. Jojo Siwa seems like a great counter to all the fucking filth that's been showing up on online for fucking young people, so I'll try to spin it positive like that, if anything. And last but not least,
Go.
I love all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and also, I hope whatever plans and ambitions you have the strength to start them. Go fuck yourself. Alright, peace guys, talk to you later.